If a coach's career is judged like a player's by their full body of work, it's hard not to acknowledge Robert Lansdorp as one of the greatest of all time.
Come on, get low. Nice pickup.
His resume speaks for itself. Robert helped build the careers of 4 world number ones over 4 different decades, and he always did it his way.
I'm just sort of a maverick, don't have an academy, you know. I love the one-on-one, which you don't have once you get a whole bunch of people. You lose that, and I always enjoyed that.
You see so many other coaches that kind of receive a child at 16 that's already good. Robert built so many champions and so many great players that got to the top 30, top 40 of the game from the ground up. They were 5, 6, 7 years old, and he built their strokes.
Now let's get Pete over here, Smiley Pete. See, that's a very nice drive, Pete.
He didn't try and get too big and build a huge giant academy. And his way, even though it is unorthodox, you cannot argue with the results.
Considered intimidating by some, even those on the receiving end of Robert's gruff demeanor concede that was part of what allowed him to get the most out of each and every player he coached.
Robert is definitely not for everyone.
Come on, a little harder than that. That was such a wimpy ball. Come on, you screw around, I'll throw you in the pool. People have an impression that I'm just one tough guy. Come on, come on. Right. I don't know why I said right, because it was bad. I'm just a mean ogre. Drive it hard. That's why God gave you knees. God gave you knees to be able to bend.
Robert is very loud. You immediately feel Robert's presence as soon as you walk on his court.
Rip it in there, rip it in there. Oh, you're not as dumb as you look. I'm seemingly be very tough, but I'm not. I just expect discipline. That's what I expect, you know. That's what I get. And they become great.
Everybody was kind of afraid, but it was like a good afraid. He could be pretty tough, but you knew it was like he cared.
I was tough with Pete. I was tough with every single person. Pete had to do 20 at the baseline. Lindsay had to do 20 at the baseline. Didn't make any difference. 5. Come on, go, 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 go. 6.
This one time, he had me doing 20 at the baseline. It was summer, it was hot. All of a sudden, I couldn't breathe.
There's an expression in Holland that says, if you don't want to listen, you have to feel.
I was literally hyperventilating. I went over to my mom, and Robert's like, get back out there, 20 more, and
And I told her, I said, you know, Tracy, next time, bring a paper bag, okay? No pity.
He did not care. It was unbelievable. But to me, that built confidence. You knew that he felt that it was inside you to give more.
For a little 9-year-old, you're looking pretty good. Not many kids your age can hit the ball that hard, you understand? Okay, get the hell out of here now.
A perfectionist, Robert drilled his philosophies into his students over and over until they became second nature.
I always believe in hitting the ball hard and become consistent. I always say to the kids, there's 3 things. Consistency is number 1, placement is number 2, and power is number 3.
I think Robert is a perfectionist. He's willing to spend all sorts of time on minutia.
I can't tell you how many days I spent hitting in an hour lesson 80% of one shot.
Over and over and over, the repetition really built focus and built concentration.
I remember Robert used to do some drills with me where he would make me hit 30 or 40 balls, and he used to make me count backwards from 100 by 3s.
I used to do targets with Maria a lot. The repetition, the ball after ball after ball after ball. That's how I made her focus.
The hell was that?
And she didn't like it. And then she got better at it, and then she got very good at it. And she actually still holds the record of 8 out of 10.
There was a perfectionist quality in each lesson. You better do things right, you better have a good attitude, you better try your butt off, and things would go well.
After being hospitalized in December of 2016 with a near-fatal bacterial infection, Robert is back, doing what he knows and loves best.
Nice shot there, Jagger. I want you to shave the ball like a bullet.
I think it's the biggest form of flattery for Robert that so many of the players that he coached and had an influence in their lives are so happy to come back and bring their own children.
Now hit it like Nadal in that big follow-through. Very good.
Thanks, Robert.
You see how those reverse works? He's a nice boy.
Thank you.
I always separate the parents from the kids. When I lived in Indonesia, I wanted to be a plantation owner. I love flowers and plants. I love to see something grow. And that's sort of what I see with the kids. I get that pleasure of taking a kid and making the kid better. That's not bad. I don't think Pete could hit the ball that well when he was 9.
You knew what was inside, and there was always a huge heart.
Come on, come on, come on. Whoa! Show off. That was a great shot, man.
At the end of the day, there aren't many coaches that are able to give 100% every single lesson when they're spending 8, 9, 10 hours out on the court. And it doesn't matter whether you're number 1 in the world or you're number 50 in your section. He wants to make you better.
When I look back to my childhood, I feel maybe I was shortchanged. And I want to make sure that these kids are not shortchanged. I want to make sure that they get the best they can get. I think that keeps me going. That keeps me going.